Hi everyone, welcome to another time lapse. I've decided to do this in the same style as my last one with the voiceover talking about common arty topics. So I decided to talk about dealing with artist block today, because every artist is going to get it. It's going to be something that happens to everyone. We thought we'd talk about it, then it might help, so on. So for me, I get artist block if I'm looking at the same portrait. For example, if I'm looking at it for too long or working on it for too long, I tend to get a bit stagnant, as it were. Like the colours are no longer interesting and I just don't enjoy it as much, and I get a bit like, I don't want to draw it. And then once I hit that point, I can't get motivated to start it up again. I feel like I have no inspiration and it's just very hard to get going again. So one thing I like to do when I get there is just stop. Just put my drawing to the side, stop it, do something else. If I do something completely different, I tend to get this, like, I'm not sure what the word is, but I tend to get this like new enthusiasm if I'm doing something completely different. So Thomas the grey cat, who there is a video of somewhere, I had a moment where I'd been looking at the grey for so long and I liked drawing him and he was lovely to draw, but the colours just, I got a bit bored of looking at grey and I suddenly had no want to draw anymore. So I just put him to the side. I think I left him for about 5 days, and in that time I worked on a brown sausage dog and an orange tiger, so completely different colours. And using that time to work on something that's completely different made me all re-inspired to go back to the grey cat. And as soon as I was back inspired to start over again, I finished him in about 2 days. So that's one thing. Another thing you can do is go for a walk. Go for a walk somewhere you find inspiring. I have fields and a nature reserve where I live. So I go for a walk, take pictures, wander around with the dog, and just spend some time in nature, because for me, because I love drawing animals, nature is a big inspiration to me. All the colours and the sounds and just sort of being outside. That's why I love where I live, because it's the countryside and it's nice and quiet and there's not many people, so you can just chill out in the countryside. So doing that also helps, just getting away from your portraits or your drawings, just taking a break and doing something that inspires you is also good. Another thing which can sometimes help is to stop the piece you're working on. So if you're working on a big piece, you've been working on it for hours, and you suddenly hit artist block with no inspiration and you don't want to finish it, put it to the side and get out your sketchbook. I think every artist should have a sketchbook, by the way. But get out your sketchbook, get a plain HB, 2B pencil, whatever, and just sit there and look at your blank page. Now, blank pages can be quite scary and you can sometimes hit an artist block not knowing what to put on it. But if you put your pencil on your paper and just draw a line or just let your hand do something, you'll find that your creative juices will start flowing again and you will start to think of something that you want to sketch out. Even if it's just a little doodle, it doesn't have to be a serious piece. Just having that break and doing something completely different can often get your juices flowing again and getting you inspired to carry on. So those are how I deal with artist block. So it's mainly if you're having artist block halfway through a piece, it's usually because you've got a bit stagnant and your mind is a bit bored of looking at the same piece. So doing something different often helps. So hopefully there's some tips there that some people might find useful. Just do something completely different and let yourself have the artist block. Don't think that if you've got it, you're then a bad artist and you need to sit and finish that portrait, because you will not enjoy it, and I think art should be enjoyable. So artist book is telling you you need a break from whatever you're working on. So yeah, just have a break, stop what you're doing, do something completely different, and that will often help. So I hope this video was somewhat interesting. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. And I will see you again next time. Bye guys!